Alright, what's going on, guys, and welcome to the video. So I got my camera up pretty big. You're not going to be able to see well, you can kind of, I guess, see it through it maybe a little bit. On my screen you can, but you're not going to be able to see the vehicle panel because I want to talk about the current state of the game. I'm also going to show you my 3 mark game in the background so you can watch something, but I want my camera to be up as big as possible so I can talk to you guys about the changes or lack of changes that Wargaming has been doing. And you'll see this video in probably a week's time, maybe less than that. I might get it out at the end of this week. It's currently the 28th of June. But a few days ago, you had some of the big streamers, the big community contributors like Skill for Lithuania, Klaus Kellerman. They were making videos on the new changes that Wargaming has brought to the game that nobody asked for. And you guys can see, look, we're on Mines, by the way. I played this game with my dad. This was the most mediocre game I've ever played, guys, just to let you know that. Just a tier 6 game on Mines. I mean, we're hardly doing anything over here other than spotting this KV-1 right now. And you guys can just watch it in the background kind of as we progress. So I was at 94.6 or 7%. And this turned out to be like a 2100 combined game, and we got it, guys. Anyway, so Wargaming, guys, they are not listening to the player base, and this is just so frustrating because you have all these people that want certain changes in the game, such as EBRs to be nerfed because they're way too fast, and they just they break the game, guys. You know, people with computers that can only do 60 FPS and maybe they have some ping. I mean, they can't even hit these things, and they're just so broken because you can't track them, etc. And if they are going to keep them in the game, which I know they will, then put an EBR on each side. You know what I mean? They have like 2 EBRs against like 2 T100 LTs, and obviously you know what's going to happen there. If it's a game where you could take a really good spot with an EBR because you have the speed, the game's going to be over in like 3 minutes, guys. So they need to balance this. They need to balance the heavies. They need to try to have similar tanks. Like, I know they'll usually have like 2 heavies and 2 heavies, but sometimes those 2 heavies could be like way more powerful than the 2 that are on the opposite team. So that needs to be fixed with the matchmaking. The EBRs, the arty guys, the arty changes they made were trash. Arty is still fairly powerful to tanks that have no armor, but they're basically useless now to tanks that heavy tanks that have a lot of armor that arties can't do anything to them. And all these changes they made to, like, bring out the trajectory. You saw the shell there. The trajectory is of the shell is much more visible. You can see it, so you can see where the arty is. These are just useless changes, guys. I mean, I don't mind it, but the shell types, like, what is this trash, guys? Like, people wanted arty to be reduced, so make it 1, at most 2 arty per team. The 3 arty games, guys, are just, this is a 2 arty game. The 3 arty games are just absurd, guys, because no one, if you're playing like an OI or something, all 3 arty are going to be targeting you, and it's just a nightmare. Now, heavies have gotten a little bit of a buff, but still, guys, if you're getting smacked by 3 artillery tanks, I mean, even with the nerf, like I was just talking about, it's still gonna be a very troublesome game for you. I'll just say that. So, I mean, that takes care of the EBRs, the arty guys, the matchmaking. I mean, they keep making all these changes that nobody wants. No one asked for changes to HE. No one had a problem with HE. Now HE doesn't splash. You could hit someone's track and it'll go right through it. This is the dumbest shit I've ever seen, guys. I mean, why would you make the game like that? HE is supposed to have a burst. That's what it's supposed to do. And I kind of understand maybe why they wanted to take away that I guess it's a game mechanic where the HE splashes and finds the least amount of armor in one spot where the burst radius is, and that's where it pens. Like, that was okay, I guess. I guess I kind of like the way they used to have it. I can understand why they wanted to now be at the impact point. So if I hit this VK in, in a turret or something like that, as opposed to the side, it'll do less damage. And I'm okay with that, but at least still have it, you know, be a burst. I don't want to hit someone in the track and like it does literally nothing to them. I hit an AMX-12T a few days ago with a KV2 in the track, and it just said screen not penetrated or target not hit or whatever the heck it is now. And I'm like, you gotta be shitting me. It doesn't even do anything? So, I mean, this is absurd, guys. With the accuracy of the KV2, and I'm gonna hit the corner of a 12T and it doesn't do anything. No one asked for these changes, guys. So, look, bottom line is, guys, if you aren't happy with what Wargaming is doing, or I should really say, for a lack of what they're doing, they're not making the changes that people want. Don't buy gold. Don't buy premium tanks. Don't pay for anything, because at some point, if you keep paying, Wargaming is just going to keep, doing what they want. Their strategy, guys, is all about, and it should be something about money, but their strategy is all about trying to get the most money out of people as possible. Now, the gold ammo is the last thing I wanted to touch on, and it's surprising that they haven't made these changes, because the gold ammo, as you can see, we've just finished the game, by the way, and I will get into the end plates, but the gold ammo, guys, what everyone is suggesting Wargaming does is reduce the damage by about 25% on the gold rounds. So say you have, a standard shell that does 200 damage and 150 penetration, and the gold rounds do maybe 230 penetration. Well, make them do 150 damage. This way, there's some sort of, downside about shooting gold. People are still going to shoot it if they need to pen, just as much as they would if it didn't do as much damage, is what I'm saying. Or if it did do as much damage. But this is such a simple fix, guys. Reduce the damage that the gold rounds do, the heat shells, APCRs, whatever it is, and it's a very easy fix. At least people would be more happy about getting hit by gold rounds, because they're not receiving as much damage and as much of a health reduction and HP reduction. So, I mean, they would make more money if they made these changes, guys, if you think about it. And Klaus Kellerman was saying this. They would literally make more money, because you would have to shoot more gold rounds to do the same amount of damage. So why they haven't made this change when everyone says, that they're tired of being spammed by gold rounds because it's so broken, because, there's some people that have like 100,000 gold, they can just spam gold all they want. They haven't made these changes. Why? I don't know. This is what everyone is complaining about. They refuse to make any changes to the game that people actually want to see, guys. And the only thing we could do, Skill for Lithuania did have a video where you could fill out a form in one of the links he provided that was sent to Wargaming. It's too late now. I'm probably not going to get this video out until maybe the start of July or so. And that was, June like 25th or 24th, he made that video. And that you guys could have done that. But I mean, at this point, guys, you just have to stop paying. You have to stop paying and providing, them with money. So don't pay for gold. Don't pay for premium tanks. That's it. And I haven't been playing as much just because the game to me is not as enjoyable. This was 15-6, could have been 15-3 if Artie didn't like demolish, or 15-4 if Artie didn't demolish like two of our tanks at the end there. And like, this game wasn't even enjoyable to me, guys. I honestly like didn't even have that much fun playing this game. And that's just the problem, guys, is it's just the game is hardly any fun anymore, because matchmaking is terrible, and all the freaking games are like 15-5, 15-4, 15-3. It's like, I just don't understand why they don't try to make changes to the game. So, look, that's about it, guys. I'm sure there's a few more things I would, talk about if I was more professional about this and had like a list and stuff like that. But ultimately, guys, I think you can watch other videos of the main community contributors, and you probably already know, most of what Wargaming is refusing to do, basically. So, let's get into the end plates, guys, and I will let you go. So here's the 3 mark. We did 1,798 spotting, 360 damage. This was only a second class game. Like I said, very mediocre game, guys. Um, Here we are, 360 damage, 643 experience. That's it. My dad did 1 kill. He got like 2 shots off. Is what it is, guys. When you demolish a team, if you're in the AT2 and your team is demolishing the enemy team, you're not going to be able to do much because you're in the back and you're so slow. So we lost 23K because of the consumables, and obviously we're not making much coin here. And again, guys, this is like 1,800, 360. That's giving us like almost 2,200 combined. It's like 2,150 or something like that. And that's it, guys. So, like I said, this was a mediocre game, but when you play consistently in your tanks, like I said, I was at 94.7% or something like that. Consistency is what will get you these 3 marks, guys. This was not a tremendous game by any means, but my consistency to get up to 94.6.7%, whatever it was, and then have this game led to me getting the mark. It was at 95.04%, so we just made it after this game, and that's it, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stop paying for Wargaming. Stop paying for gold rounds. Stop buying this, guys. No more gold. Just stop buying it. Stop, paying for upgraded crews. Just play the game more casually and stop giving Wargaming your money if you are not happy with the state of the game. That's all I wanted to say, guys. I know it was a bit of rambling. Hope you enjoyed the 3 mark game. And before this video, I'm going to have an OI experimental video up, so you guys will see that. That tank is monstrous. I decided to buy it. But without further ado, I will see you guys for the next video. So take care and bye-bye.